Muy buenas a todos, señores, señoritas, animales y lo que haya por ahí. Aquí estamos en otro vídeo de Genshin Impact. Y bueno, vamos a continuar haciendo el evento este, ¿de acuerdo? Va a ser episodio de escenas. Y nada, el objetivo era hablar con la gente, así que bueno, vamos a simplemente escuchar, a ver qué se cuentan y todo.
Wow, look who's here. This poetry fest seems to have attracted talent of the highest caliber.
Hey, Shincho and Chanya are here too!
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free? Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mondstadt was able to lift such heavy objects like they were but a feather.
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super strong!
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted, could we trouble you to introduce us later?
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason I agreed to come at all.
Huh? What investigation?
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond. Relax, dear Paimon. All will be revealed in time.
Oh.
Pues eso, tranquila, Paimon. No hay más que decir. A ver, vuela, coño. Vale, aquí está. Diona. Sigo con tos un poquillo, pero bueno. A ver, estoy mejorando, pero hostia, a veces tengo tos, a veces tengo mocos. Hay que tener cuidado.
That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the Mondstadt wine industry. You're representing Mondstadt's wine industry? Oh, you must be hating every minute of it. Of course I hate it! But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all! Huh? How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions imaginable! Nobody will ever buy wine from Mondstadt again. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting the opposite result. Just you wait! I ain't about to mess this up.
Bueno, pues suerte, ve.
Are you gonna write some poetry with us too? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards sing in the tavern before.
Bueno, pues hoy escribirás.
It'll be fun! Fine. If I have time.
Muy bien. A ver. Bueno, aquí hay cositas, ¿eh?
Mika! Noelle!
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon.
Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face?
Ustedes no son los representantes de Mondstadt.
Representatives? No.
Sí, Mika, sí.
We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order and set up the venue. But I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself. She's a true knight.
Oh, no, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training. If anything, I should be addressing you as Sir.
What? No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up all day?
Anyway, Master Jean did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here. But I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Bueno, hay una primera vez para todo.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer, you know.
Really? In that case, we'll try our best too.
Perhaps. The challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as a knight must eventually face.
Paimon wouldn't go that far. But anyway, no backing out now. See you.
Sure. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Les enseñaré a los dos. Tranquilos, hostia. Vale, aquí lo importante será cuando acabemos todo el evento, ir a un sitio. A ver si no se me olvida ir al sitio, porque no sé qué sitio era ahora. Sé cuál es, pero no sé dónde estaba.
Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan.
Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lantern glows.
Finches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root.
Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry.
Or, in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse-monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao.
And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Venti the Bard. The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, have fun, talk to other people, and make some new friends.
If you're here, you're our guest, so please enjoy this poetry fest.
I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to seasoned songwriters. If you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words. Just write from the heart in whatever form you like.
To help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest, Venti and I have carefully prepared 3 themes to be revealed over the course of 3 days. Let's get right to it. The first theme is Riddle Me This. Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually a pretty good choice for a warm-up activity.
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something right at the start.
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd, and you will try to solve them. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative.
Bueno, pues hay que escribir. Perfecto.
The neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala has officially begun.
Bien, aplaudamos todos. Vale, ¿ahora qué? Era venir por sitios, ¿no? Ah, bueno. A ver.
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams, sky. Is it talking about some kind of bird?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area, and it's flying really high.
Sí, eso es lo que significa grandes rasgos.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon. Oh, it looks like I still have a lot of learning to do.
It's nothing, really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue, you just sort of pick up on these things.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition, I started picking up some local customs without even realizing it.
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it. What could it be talking about?
Something that flies high and far. Oh, that makes me think of dandelions.
Oh, that makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that dandelions can carry your feelings on the wind.
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion be? What do you think, traveler?
Creo que podría ser un diente de león.
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
La clave está en la sinceridad.
Right. Just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception of the poem, then perhaps there are no wrong answers.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all a part of the fun. Let's go look at the next one.
Oh, yes. I want to see if there's any
Muy bien.
Mondstadts.
A ver, siguiente. Acá hay otro.
This one says... Oh, this handwriting is just awful. I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips one piece
Vete a
at a
saber.
time. Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one. Is there really a food that can make you smarter, Paimon?
Claro, si no fuera rectangular, yo habría pensado en una pizza, pero...
Oh, Paimon. You have to look past the surface level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail to plumb their depths.
Huh? So have you got any ideas, Shincho?
Singcho just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Shincho's riddle! You know, Paimon was expecting you to write something a little more... elegant.
This festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try writing
Pues
something...
muy bien.
Hey, not bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your old pal Paimon
Tramposa.
the answer on the sly, or...?
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed, just like everyone else.
Meanie!
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Maybe Paimon will! We'll see who stumps who! Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right?
Yo siempre estoy dispuesto a ayudar.
Ha! At least you're nice to Paimon!
Then I look forward to seeing the fruits of your literary labors.
Ha! Prepare to get stumped!
Siempre se pone muy tensa, Paimon. A ver.
Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how. Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On 4 long legs, my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a
una
passionate
silla.
face, I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest. Is this talking about some kind of animal?
A ver, pero los animales necesitan comer.
It's a chair.
Pero bueno, Diona.
Diona, how did you guess it so quickly? Wait, no, of course I didn't write it. The answer just popped into my head. I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time, so they shouldn't use them to sharpen their claws. Oh, okay. So a riddle needs to have a bait and switch. Are you trying to write one? Yep, and thanks to you, Paimon's just thought of one. Maybe I should try to come up with one, too. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diona, do you want to know the answer? Nah, no need. I don't really care about winning a prize. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. Sure, have fun.
Bueno, pues ya está. Paimon ya ha escrito el suyo. Así que perfecto. ¿Y este qué? Ah, será este. ¿Qué es eso que no tiene alas pero puede volar y que por más tiempo que permanezca suspendido en el aire no se va a cansar? Su barriga está llena de moras y hará gloc 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 al hundirse en las profundidades del mar. Bueno, pues ya está. Perfecto, oye.
Hey, looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round and look this way. Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, we'll randomly select a few to read aloud. If your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point. Sounds fair to me.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's not too far-fetched.
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions, it's time to reveal the first riddle.
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh. That means I have to be first to raise my hand.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. Ugh. This riddle is, unique, especially the handwriting. I have four corners.
They drew Shincho's!
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
You... Oh, brat! It's... pizza! The answer is pizza!
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently declare this answer wrong. I mean, how does eating pizza broaden your mind? And while I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm not mistaken, pizza is round, is it not? Like mora meat?
But eating pizza makes you happy, and being happy makes it easier to face problems that need solving. So... Okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on this one.
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be something that makes people more intelligent.
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time.
¡Hostia, Paimon!
What is it? Have you got it?
Un libro.
Huh?
Son rectangulares, están rellenos de caracteres diminutos.
Oh, gotcha! Books! The answer is books!
That was quicker than I expected. I was quite proud of that one.
Oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay, 1 point to Paimon.
Huh? So the answer was books? Oh, how did I not get that? Come on, Mika. Concentrate.
We're awesome at this! Oh, what Paimon meant to say was that you're awesome at this. Thanks for the point, Traveler.
On to riddle number 2.
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage. Looks like a poem from Leela.
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas. Could it be some kind of plant that lives in cold, high places?
Mika, please go ahead. As a full knight of Favonius, you represent all of us from Mondstadt here.
No, how could I? It was you who thought of it first. You should be the one to guess.
My answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come, first served, and you beat me to it.
No, I didn't.
How gracious and considerate our fellow. How about both of you say your answer at the same time? If you're both right, you'll each get a point.
Oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a...
Oh, crud. I guess we dragged that out a bit. So, Noelle,
Yes, let's.
Cecilia.
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and known for its exquisite beauty. The Cecilia is held by many although since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't the answer they were looking for. Sorry. Any other answers?
Oh, I can't believe I was wrong. Maybe it's a...
Is the answer Genshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high place.
Correct. I wrote this one. Genshin is the right answer.
No! Shinjo got it before Paimon could.
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely fit the description of a pure flower standing proudly and alone on high. So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends from Mondstadt as well.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all 3 contestants earn a point each.
Darn it! Shinjo's got up to Paimon already.
Solo es un punto, tranquila.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is the handwriting so... floaty? What's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of float?
It's Paimon's. They picked Paimon's riddle. What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
What? No way! Well, go on then. Tell us the answer if you're...
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
Es Paimon, que te han
I
pillado.
was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
Me has cagado, Paimon.
No, you're all completely wrong. How the heck did you all think the answer was Paimon?
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of mora and meal expenses.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means Paimon can't swim. So if she fell in the sea, then...
Glug, glug, glug. Wait. Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer again?
Ay, por favor, detente a pensarlo, querida
You're all
Paimon.
wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber. You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky?
Hostia.
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle actually describes Paimon more accurately. In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem, it would be the perfect riddle.
Huh? What do you want to add?
The traveler's companion and talkative guide.
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part?
Paimon, la mejor compañera de viaje.
You think so cute? Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle is the widely adored Paimon!
Great! And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to every...
Muy bien, joder, cada vez tenemos más y más acertijos. Muy bien.
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to
Me alegro.
Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was invested?
A ver, Chongyun, ¿qué pasa? Bueno, vamos a intentar ir rápido porque... Joder,
Hey, you two!
quedan 2 días más.
Oh? Hi.
Oh, are you collecting your...
I am indeed.
Vale.
Oh,
Seriously?
O sea, el premio se lo van a dar a Paimon.
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, Hard Pass, you can keep it.
are you sure? And that
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service.
so, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you.
Oh, yeah.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition over?
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, naught could be
Muy bien.
found.
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghostie in the wild.
Perhaps I should just explain. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of a non-human entity. It was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my purifying spirit, but none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it and tried to...
You're sure
Curioso.
it's not
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical
Muy curioso.
body. And if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before... It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action.
A lo mejor.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Besides, we're making up...
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle Chongyun's twisted tail?
Why don't you take a guess first, Tutal?
Oh, that means you have.
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an evil spirit or demon.
Bueno, Venti lo
So
sabe todo,
whatever
así
it
que...
is, it's not dangerous. How about this? We can incorporate a circle.
Vale, va.
Does that mean we get to play outside?
Good ideas could just pop into your...
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over towards the wine stand.
Muy bien, a por la siguiente, a ver. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Bueno, ahora se desbloquea esto, pero esto lo haré yo por mi cuenta, que son los minijuegos para ganar protogemas y hostias. Bueno, cuando quieras me dejas sacarlo. Venga, fuera. Espera el día siguiente a las 8 y a las 10. Bueno, a las 8 o entre las 8 y las 10. Va, coño. Tío, tengo una carraspera de mierda. O sea, me he levantado con tos, tío. Y con mocos.
Wow,
Ah, mira, era justamente aquí.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is pairing couplets.
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, the two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocket, of course, to all our friends, old and new. Please be careful while out and about.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations, and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poet. Traveler, can you round up Singcho, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent?
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Claro, para eso estamos.
Thanks.
Venga, va. Ya están todos reunidos. ¿Has visto?
We hope
Muy
that
fácil.
each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my business on everyone else.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is exactly what we're here for.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Favonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing with friends. It'll be fun.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their willingness to help.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much.
Now, how about we split into two groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can we write unique poems?
That's true. But how do we decide who goes?
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah!
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd? And I can't...
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go.
Bueno, cada uno toma un papel.
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and...
What a relief. At least I'll have Noelle with me.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think...
I also await your guidance.
A ver, yo tengo ganas de que comencemos.
Take care, everyone.
Venga, va, rapidito, ¿eh?
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not,
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right. Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you would like...
just call me Diona. Since you're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Venga, vamos para allí. Guíanos, Capitán Chongyun.
Captain. Hey, quit messing around.
Bueno, ahí tenemos visita. Ay, venga. Vamos a ir. Tenemos que ir allí. Pues rápidamente vamos para allí. Llevo ya media hora. Si veo que me va a quedar sin tiempo, habrá que empezar a pasar más diálogos rápidamente.
The wind rises.
A ver. Está a 200 metros. Hostia, es que de verdad, cada 2x3 necesito, es que yo no sé si vosotros cuando tenéis mocos en la garganta o tenéis la garganta como congestionadas. No sé si sois capaces de quitarlas. Es que yo no puedo, tío. Me cuesta mucho. Y estaría también poder hacerlo para limpiarse. Pero no sé.
But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here. Is the
I wasn't taking a walk.
train like how knights train for combat?
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of evil spirits.
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but
Changyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
it's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of Liyue. An adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Xiao.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave it to me.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to drag even the Conqueror of Demons into this.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was no evil spirit, or perhaps it already left.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
A ver. Espera.
Yeah, you should come.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirits that I would like to ask you.
Fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe all the Adepti in Liyue are like this. Team Changyun has a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus Xiao is joining us, if anyone's team leader, it should be...
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new ingredients? Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new ingredients while I'm here. I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire.
Uh-huh. Julian chilies. I'm not sure that would taste very good.
Really? Perfect!
Venga, vamos a por ellos. A por los chiles de Jueyun.
As well as Jueyun chilies.
Ah, mira, uso a Xiao, tío.
Slime condensate or loach pearls.
Qué guapo, tío.
Are those really fit for human consumption?
A ver, ¿dónde están?
This is starting to sound like something Shanlin would make.
Hombre, Xiao. Señor, madre mía. Xiao, tengo puesto al viajero hidro, no va a servir de nada aquí. Bueno, bien. Nos han dejado utilizar a estos, Y sobre todo Xiao, tío, es raro porque es de 5 estrellas.
Diona, you seem really committed to, making alcoholic drinks.
What? No, never! I hate alcohol! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk
Bien
look
dicho,
on their
Diona.
faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly.
Bien dicho, estoy orgulloso de ti.
I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole
Ay, ay.
world and show everyone just how awful alcohol really is.
Is it really worth all that effort?
Yeah, because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol...
But how is that possible? If this is the kind of stuff you're throwing...
Are you calling me a liar? Well...
Ay, prepárasela.
Just you wait.
La modiona.
no. Is she really going to add those Julian chilies?
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some...
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless... she's...
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
Hostia. Qué fuerte.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh, boy. Look at that.
What's wrong? Don't worry. There isn't even any alcohol in it. It's...
Surely there's...
Venga, vamos, a tomarla. Uy, uy, uy.
Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great.
Venga, haz lo mismo, Chongyun.
Oh.
Changyan drank his too.
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Julian chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking, or those drinks
Joder.
Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Julian chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the froglics to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes!
¿Qué pasa? Que
Can we
esta
talk
bebida
about the
te
slimes? Before
hace hablar
this,
más rápido.
I never knew that they had such a pure and...
That's right. Slimes are absolutely sublime. Oh, I failed again.
Chongyun callado, pero si no calla. ¿Estás bien?
Great! And I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more.
Hostia. Hostia.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice
Madre
total.
mía.
Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit.
Actually, before I drank it...
Bueno, va, vamos a pasar ya esto rápido porque
Dion?
este diálogo se está alargando.
Look over there.
A ver,
You mean the...
Something's written on.
What?
una hoja.
You can see that from over
Vamos a
here.
recogerla, va.
Yeah. Alright, I'll get some.
Venga. A ver.
There's a poem written on it.
The Paimonsi!
Bueno, quien lo quiera leer.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. It makes no sense to me.
Seguramente su prioridad no era que alguien lo leyera.
It's true. I've heard Xingqiu say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it was too late.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means there are mystery poems, you think?
But we don't know who wrote it.
Why not go upstream?
Upstream?
The ink looks fresh.
Bueno,
This
pues
withered
vamos.
leaf floated down with the current.
Cool! But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaf.
Either way, it's our only
Venga,
option.
va, coño.
Let's make like a tree.
Nos vamos, a ver quién coño ha escrito eso. Buah, está ahí arriba. Ese es el punto de teletransporte del jabalí. Porque siempre te ataca un jabalí. Es increíble, tío. Increíble.
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet?
Bueno, ya he terminado. Bueno, ahí lo tenéis.
Ooh, great! Now,
Todo gracias a tu consejo,
Things
Xiao.
you never had the chance to say before it was too late.
Se te daría muy bien esto de escribir por...
I have little talent for...
the leaf's in the water. Look, it's like a little boat.
Qué bonito.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves.
Okay, let's
Venga, va.
go!
Rápido.
What's this?
No, I just hope this is...
Venga, no va a ser en vano, Xiao, confía. Hace un rato el otro equipo... Hostia. Vale, aquí me tendrían que dejar usar a Jutao, ¿eh? Se supone que estaba en este equipo.
The scenery here is
Ah,
quite
¿no?
beautiful.
Solo era de 3.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. It's an inspiration walk. There's no need...
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure
Muy
the...
bien.
Wait. Reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward.
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt that they're acting like this is completely normal? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Crumbs. Now I have to try and...
Tranquilo, Mika, por favor.
Then
A veces el silencio es más importante.
So, Xingqiu, do you, go on inspiration walks often, or
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home, so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy.
Vale, por aquí tiene que
You
haber
have
algo.
to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool.
Vale. Entonces, por aquí.
Time to act.
Muy bien. Organiza las provisiones. Sí, sí, adelante, vamos.
With this wood and the food I brought along.
You've got quite a knack at wilderness
Thanks. I was...
Esta parte es un coñazo, así que voy a saltar el diálogo más rápido.
What? Oh, if I really run into a...
You're too modest.
Quien lo quiera leer
As
puede ir
long as a
parando, pero
righteous
es un
heart
coñazo.
that yearns-
That all sounded pretty profound.
Hello?
Oh,
Venga, sí, vamos con Noel, que la pobre debe estar acojonada de que tardemos tanto.
Time to act.
Muy bien. Ayer cené gulas. Hostia, que bien entran siempre unas buenas gulas, tío. Es asombroso. A ver.
you're back. Did
Sí, ya estamos aquí, todo muy bien.
no need.
Vale, encienden una hoguera y preparan algo de comer. ¿Qué será?
Noel.
Truly astounding.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I...
By sneaking out, you mean...
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like...
But if you get caught...
So, just don't get caught.
Huh. Anyway, did anything interesting come up?
Well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means to be a hero. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's
Huh? Me?
you're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road?
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit and...
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do.
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts.
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade.
So we have to connect our internal world with the...
Exactly. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the rushing waters below cannot wash away.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. Why don't we go say hi?
Claro, esa es la de ayer, la que le brillaban los ojos.
Body and mind.
Tiene los ojos azules, tío. Yo sospecho de qué es. De quién es también. O sea, debe ser alguien de Fontaine.
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Xingqiu, and this is Noelle and Mika.
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's...
So...
Calírroe.
That's right. I
Mira, de
was
Fontaine,
traveling in
¿veis?
the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at Stone Gate.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me.
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there.
Amazing. So
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic inspiration from the...
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calm.
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight's festivities?
Huh? Are you sure?
We can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling of ideas will give rise to new inspiration.
I'd personally like to hear Miss Calírroe's...
Bueno, volvemos todos juntos, va. Que este es el segundo día, tío. Queda un día más, joder. Esto se alarga demasiado, coño. No puede ser. O sea, esto lo tengo que hacer todo en un vídeo. No quiero hacer otro vídeo. O sea, Sé que el último día también hay escena potente, así que voy a intentar pasar esto un poco largo, o sea, un poco rápido, coño, ¿qué digo? Pero aquí hay algo importante, ¿eh? O sea que mientras... Hasta que no aparezca esa cosa importante no voy a pasarlo más tranquilamente. Venga, ya estamos todos. Venga, vamos.
Indeed.
Hi, everyone.
Hola.
But you're not... Wait. Xiao? Xiao! Come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch that.
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But Director Who Tao's always on the ball. Anytime, anywhere, she'll answer your call.
Are the theatrics really necessary?
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but...
A ver.
Director Who's manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an impression.
Pero bueno.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli?
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor.
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture, delving into literature both prosaic and poetic. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so we...
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own composition?
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous.
Please rest assured that I shall
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2...
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider...
with our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this also. I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director...
Naturally, the more the merrier.
Then, it's settled.
What about me? Shall I keep track of the score?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive. But what do you think, Judge Zhongli?
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friends from Mondstadt and Fontaine, since this is a congenial poetry gala. Should we not begin with
That's a really...
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So,
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to... Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury and...
What? He managed to think of one already?
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with...
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes. Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history. Outside a Tianheng Pass...
Bueno, ahora van a estar soltando versos improvisados relacionados con el anterior verso que haya alguien
Shinue
dicho.
Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is the
Muy bien.
imagery
O
also
sea, esto se
contrasts
supone que es el
rather well
evento a
between the
nivel
two
del
halves of the
aniversario.
couplet. One
Pero un
half
poco, a mi
describing a
parecer, un
leisurely
poco
I
soso.
was just
Porque,
describing what I
joder, un concurso de
experienced that
poesía,
day.
tío, como evento
All right,
aniversario, tío.
I guess
Me
I'll
parece
start the
un,
next couplet.
un chiste.
Mind pines for Mingyun.
Oh, Chongyun, you dark horse.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose
Bueno,
life is
Zhongli,
limited to a small
con su
town, but who awaits the opportunity
verborrea
to one
bonita.
day ascend above the clouds. The use of
Soul
Venga, vamos,
shines
coño.
like Jadestone. Wow, how did Noel...
a superb line. It employs the
Todo,
metaphor
todo
of
le gusta,
precious
Zhongli.
stone.
That was a commendable couplet.
Muy bien.
Thanks to your guidance, I'd like to start the next cup up into the misty karst, down among the grassy marsh. all
Hostia,
for
sopa de
lotus-
loto y huevo.
Lotus seed and birdie. What is it, Diona?
Yo me la
Did you
comía,
think of the second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me...
Ya sé.
North beyond the Starfell Lake. South across the windswept plains. Just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
Hostia, se la ha escuchado hablar.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so
Pocas
highly.
veces ocurre.
You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Gracias, Diona.
Hey now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to take the
Uy.
hits.
Pero bueno.
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qing?
El chin de las chin chin significa corazón. Sin embargo, ellas no tienen. Hombre, ya lo tengo.
Sweet dream is no dream. Yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream.
Qué bonito.
Since the suitability of the match has been queried,
Dulces sueños es un postre. Hombre, Xiao. Nos ha dado la inspiración.
Dessert before bed.
Es porque Xiao está ahí para protegernos, claro. Qué bonito.
then I agree.
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so
datos.
far. Let's push the envelope a little.
Oh? In that case,
A ver, vamos
one
a
moon
ver.
in the heavens, full moon at night.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice, decorate with cuboids of meat.
Huh?
Carne y arroz. Yo eso me lo comía.
We have ourselves a pedant's couplet. The two halves have no thematic
Bien
connection.
dicho, Zhongli.
Yet each word
Ponte
has
dura,
its
conjutado.
perfect
Que
parallel,
siempre me rechaza.
meaning the two halves do form a cohesive whole.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Ahem. Through Cheongji, I walked
From
Bueno,
vendors,
ya
I
vamos a
bought
intentar
some
pasar esto
15
rápido,
steak.
tío. Que quedan 8 minutos para la hora, tío. Y queda un día más. Joder.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
¿Qué? ¿Qué dice? Bárbara Bombón. ¿Quién coño es?
In that case,
Oh, this one.
Nestling by...
Venga, fuera.
Wow, Noah, come on, match the couplet. Paimon
¿Y
knows
qué tal
it
si lo
would.
superas tú, Paimon?
Do you really think
Basta con que rime.
Nestling by Aurora.
Bueno, que todos están motivados. Venga, va.
Ring, sword of
Tío, déjame
flame
pasar esto.
swipes at my foe.
Bien
What?
hecho.
Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging power.
Really?
Muy bien. Que sí, que sí.
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end.
I really enjoyed myself too.
You were amazing today, Noelle. You and Paimon is special.
Bueno, voy a pasar ya rápido esto, ¿de acuerdo? Es que, claro, al final el primer día es el que no hemos pasado rápido nada y tendría que haber hecho algo.
I'm fine. Although, have all of you
I haven't actually read it.
Es que el tercer día es el último y es el más importante.
story of a spring?
Así que vamos a pasar esto ya rápido, ¿vale? Quien lo quiera leer, pues que pare el vídeo, pero hay que pasarlo rápido.
The spring fairy left the...
Oh yes.
Que hay alguna escena guapa,
So, what do you
en el
guys?
último día.
I'm sure she made a well.
Now? If Paimon
Venga, coño.
I see.
Oh, looks like the party's still going strong over here.
Sí,
Are you
20,
coming up with
pero
more
otro día.
couplets? Need my
stick to hosting.
but the couplet.
do we?
That's right. If you're not feeling
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Joder.
There, Buster.
it's as free as the wind. Give it a try.
Whoa. That's almost too... Will you come too, Calírroe? Paimon wants to...
Oh, ugh, my nose is starting to itch again.
Venga, mañana, venga, chao. Venga, se acabó. Fuera. Vamos a esperar al siguiente día. Vamos a esperar a que salga la misión. Ahí. Correcto, 8:10. Bien. Perfecto. Venga, rápido. Que llevo ya casi 55 minutos, tío. No va a dar tiempo a nada de este último día, joder. Y es el día más importante, hostia. Venga, rápido. Somos pocos, sí.
Morning, friends.
Noelle has other...
Oh, okay. I got here really
Are you talking about... She looked a little...
upset. Oh no, what should we do? Was it something we said?
I agree. If she's running...
Calírroe, hay que buscar a Calírroe.
Shall we
Es
start with
la
the
más
bridge?
importante ahora mismo. Venga, a ver, ¿dónde está? Vamos, rápido. Busca a Calírroe. Bueno, voy a intentar a ver si desde aquí llego antes. Vale, está ahí el tema. Perfecto. No está muy lejos. Es que hay diálogo importante, por aquí. Bueno, diálogo y escena. Sobre todo hay una escena...
Oh, so this is the... She looked like some...
It's also not
Huh.
Bueno, de momento aquí no está.
right. We were
Una
so
hoja. Ah, vale, hay que buscar la hoja, ¿no? Venga, va.
I wonder... Oh, it's just...
Now that you mention it...
Huh? Hey, look! Over there!
Otra hoja.
Wow, you're right! And this after that leaf!
Venga, rápido. No puedo ir. Cago en la hostia. Voy a intentar usar a Ascara.
Sun rises.
Y llegamos antes.
Oh, why does that...
Vale, voy a ir a la estatua. Llegamos antes. Venga, rápido, coño.
Swollen fury.
Aquí está el tema. Perfecto, coño. Bien, hostia.
Fly but...
Bueno, ¿qué pasa con la flor? O sea, con la hoja. Se nos está yendo, tío. Eso no se puede permitir, hostia.
Quit following me.
¿Qué cojones pasa aquí?
The wind rises.
Bien.
It stopped.
Venga, coño, ahora.
Swollen fury.
Perfecto. Bien, ya es nuestra.
Are the words still legible? Or have they been washed...
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it... Huh? This is related to the poem Spring... It's looking a lot she seems to care. Actually, when Paimon... Do you think... Is it possible...
Bueno, primero tenemos que encontrarla. Venga, vamos a ver si la encontramos. A ver dónde coño está. Vale, está allí el tema. Un poco lejos. Pero bueno, esto tampoco es importantísimo.
This should
O
be
sea
far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Calírroe! Calírroe!
a ver, por ahí andará, ¿no? Mírala. Necesita ayuda.
She's surrounded by hilly churros! Let's go save her!
Shine down.
This way, Calírroe.
Vale, fuera.
Busted.
A ver, guarros.
Illusion shattered.
Venga, fuera. Venga, hay que hablar con ella. Espabilemos. Coño, ¿y esa gota?
This is exactly what I saw the other day.
Ah, Chongyun, era eso. Una gotita.
That voice is definitely Calírroe's.
How did this happen?
Bueno, esto ya nos está indicando algo, ¿eh? Calírroe.
Oh no. Did I...
How did you...
No. I'm so sorry for
Es
deceiving
una
you.
Oceánida.
What's in...
Ah, the Grandmaster has mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon.
Bueno, pues
That's
eso.
correct. Though, to tell you the truth, I have a vague impression of my ancestral home. All I
No se
know
acuerda
is
de
that
nada.
eventually I settled in a place called Springvale.
Y se asentó en un lugar
Yes,
llamado el de Agua Clara, ¿eh?
Springvale is a
Vale, ahí está lo
certain-
importante, así que vamos a ver si vamos para allí.
And I...
Really?
Your favorite little pillow?
Oh, those childhood. So, if this is true...
El joven del manantial crece y
I
envejece.
see. So, well...
Sí, estamos ahí cogiendo cosas.
Is Finn. I always loved
Finch,
listening
cuidado con
to
ese
people's
nombre, ¿eh?
dreams. And still do, whether they're beautiful. One night, I like humans. And yes, we often met under the stars. Sometimes, we'd stay up all night and see who would hear the... But, one day, just like the book says, I felt out of my depth, in uncharted waters, so I fled.
Oh,
My strength returns very slowly. I once hoped that Finch would be able to move on, but after seeing so many people's stories, this feeling of wanting to respond to his... But I'm also scared.
It really is.
Please go see him.
Huh?
Eso, ve a buscarle, hay que buscar a Finch.
And he's a really kind person. He often tells me stories about it, and even though Grandpa Finch loves it, I believe that he's... So if you want to see...
Tiene que volver a reencontrar con Finch, sí señor. Bien dicho, muchacho.
I understand.
Venga.
I will go back and see Finn.
You will?
But I...
Sure. Just simply
Venga,
Would you come
ayudemos.
to Springvale with me? I cannot
Sí,
maintain...
sí.
leave it to me.
No te preocupes.
Also,
Vamos a reunir a Finch en la aldea Agua Clara. Ese es el objetivo.
I can't...
Y ya está.
What's wrong?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's
¿Por
racing.
qué no plasmas tus sentimientos en verso?
Poem?
Claro. La oportunidad de confesar lo que sientes.
Okay, and it will be called...
Venga, va, rápido. Vale, hay que ir a la aldea Agua Clara, ¿eh? Vamos para allí, a tope. Venga, vamos. Se tiene que acercar ya el momento. O sea, bueno, el momento ya está cerquita. O sea, esta es la parte final. Lo que pasa es que, tío, a veces se enrollan mucho. A ver, por aquí tiene que estar el tema.
Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just scared that...
Okay, don't panic. Wait here.
Take it slow, Diona.
Vale, hay que buscar a Finch.
Still...
Okay, stay strong.
Vamos, vamos, vamos. Hay que aguantar un poquito. Calírroe. Claro, yo creo que el objetivo de Calírroe es que Finch la vea en forma humana. Aunque sea por última vez.
Grandpa Finch.
Bueno, esto tampoco nos vamos a enrollar mucho, ¿eh? O sea,
Oh?
Over there. To the... just come with
venga,
me,
vamos,
Rick.
vamos, vamos.
This is extremely important.
But
Confía en
I
Diona.
promised you.
Grandpa Finch.
All right.
That's more like it.
Muy bien. Vale, parece que ya nos llevan, ¿no? Automáticamente. Qué bonito va a ser esto. Y yo con tos, joder.
Over here. Over here. It's okay, Grandpa.
What's all this? Even Mika's here? How's work been going lately? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm not...
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon.
Finch.
That voice. Calírroe.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh,
I remember. I remember all right. How, although your appearance is different than I recall. Back then, you looked like you'd stepped right... But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale can I thought you were only able to appear in the dead of night.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long, Finch.
Oh, it can't have been that long.
Finch, would you like to hear a poem I wrote for you?
A poem? You write poetry now.
In that case, let me read you a story about the spring fairy.
aquí llega el momento.
Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now, I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Yes. This is how I remember you from when we first met. All those years ago.
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. Your poem,
Thank you, Finch.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long it'll be before I can change back into human form again. But as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected. I will always be one with the spring.
Como si fuera el verdadero corazón del manantial.
It's so romantic.
Muy bonito, ¿eh? Pero shh.
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't even mind that the kids are watching.
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? This is the happiest moment of my life. I just worry that once I go to sleep...
Huh? Don't say that.
I'm only joking.
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Calírroe look so happy.
Diona, thank you for fetching Finch for me.
I used to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it?
Of course not. That's why I gave you your gift, so that a part of me could always be with you.
Huh?
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious drinks from disgusting ingredients a and if so, is it also possible that my pure yang spirit is a gift?
My physical form is about to disappear. Finch.
Yes?
I've never regretted meeting you, or deciding to talk to you that night. Not once. All these...
It probably goes without saying.
Although it was different from in the stories, this gift that represents my promise and my love.
Paimon, tú no puedes ver esto. Todos cierran sus ojos para dejar intimidad.
It's okay, everyone.
Qué bonito momento, ¿eh?
She's gone now.
What? Grandpa
Bueno, pues ya está.
Don't worry now. Just
Momento
like she
terminado. Ya está, señores. Se acabó. Regresa al lugar del evento, así que vamos para allí, que esto ya se acaba. Y luego pues a ver si localizo lo que me falta, que es algo que solo ocurre cuando terminamos esto. Y hay un cofre que tengo pendiente en Fontaine, así lo cojo también. Esto lo vamos a pasar ya rápido, que es el final.
Oh? Hey, you're all back.
Sí, sí, Venti, hemos presenciado cositas bonitas.
She said she can't wait for everyone's fun. Where have you all been? Perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wish to have...
How deaf-blind! Does this mean that right from the start you...
Paimon.
Oh, huh? Did I?
Creo que después de todo esto nos merecemos un buen festín, ¿eh?
Dear Diona.
You.
Huh? So, just what happened?
Really? Must be the breeze.
Yeah, that's right. We're just...
So even Mika's in on it? Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I'm willing to bet that even your pure Yank...
I appreciate the gesture, but... And I'm starting to think...
Huh? What the... Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigans.
Bueno, lo siento, Shinkyu, pero no podemos decir nada. Vale, lo que voy a hacer es primero ir a por el cofre. Mira, nos dan eso, que es un cuadro para la relajatetera. Nada mal, joder. Y voy a ir a por el cofre en primer lugar, ¿de acuerdo? Eso es lo primero que voy a hacer. Me lo quiero quitar de encima. A ver si encuentro... Creo que era este. Sí, era ese, punto. Y luego, de memoria no sé dónde estará, pero quiero mostrar algo, tío, que solamente aparece cuando finalizamos este evento. Voy a tener que buscar el lugar a través de un mapa porque no me acuerdo ahora. Es que creo que era... Sé dónde está el... O sea, sé a qué sitio me refiero, pero no sé cómo llegaba. No sé dónde era. Pero bueno. Vale, aquí hay un cofre pendiente, ¿eh? Así que vamos a hacer maniobras. Activar. ¿Qué puedo hacer aquí? Vale, esto lo podemos tocar. Hay que hacer algo ahí. Correcto. Recoger. Vale, vamos a dejar esto aquí. Vale, entonces... Vale, ahí está la energía esa, que hay que romperla. Y habrá que romperla cogiendo esta de aquí. Bueno, voy a ignorar a estos. Coge el fragmento. Joder. Vale, perfecto, ahora sí. Voy a intentar dejar esto por aquí. A ver si puedo hacer algo ahora. Activamos esto. Cogemos esto. Ya tiene poder. Y ya está. Juego con la tos. Cuando me da, no para, tío. Y activamos. No, coño, me he equivocado. Joder, no hay que dejarlo aquí. Hay que dejarlo aquí, que es donde está el cofre. Y ya está, ahora sí. Cofre abierto. Este era el único que me faltaba, ¿de acuerdo? Y ya lo he recogido, tío. Y ahora pues nada, voy a ver si localizo el lugar. En algún lugar de Liyu tiene que estar. No sé dónde era, tío. Vale, Xiao, señores, está justamente aquí, ¿de acuerdo? Era aquí.
It's you. I thought about what you said. After putting my feelings onto paper, can they really hear it?
De acuerdo, nos dice eso. Entonces tenemos que meternos aquí dentro, que esto se construía en la misión aquella que hicimos hace tiempo llamada Título Póstumo. Y aquí... Ver. Ahí está, poema abandonado. Este es el poema que ha escrito Xiao, ¿de acuerdo? Esto es un detalle, a mí me parece guapo. Así que lo dejo ahí. Y nada, pues no sé dónde lo dejaré, en la ciudad de Fontaine. El siguiente vídeo será de la legendaria de Neuvillet, luego la legendaria de Rayocesley, y ya se acabó Genshin hasta que saque más contenido. Ya sé qué próximo juego de terror voy a traer, sin olvidarme de que... de Five Nights, obviamente. Pero quiero ir trayendo otro también, así que no me enrollo más. Disfrutad de vuestros días, pero recordad sobre todo de vuestras noches. ¡Hasta la próxima!